Welcome back. Amid discussions about the closure of the Vieux-Fort landfill, questions continue to arise about the impact of this development. Minister for Sustainable Development, Dr. Gail Rigobert, addressed these concerns outside the House of Assembly on Tuesday.
The Vieux-Fort landfill has served the south of the island for 23 years, surpassing industry-accepted lifespan. The St. Lucia Solid Waste Management Authority has announced the imminent closure of the facility and now seeks a new site for waste management in the south. The matter has prompted concerns of the possibility of illegal dumping post-closure. Dr. Gail Rigobert, Minister for Sustainable Development, addressed these concerns.
The arm of Solid Waste Authority that is charged with the responsibility for what we call public education is in the process of doubling its efforts to ensure through public service announcements, through stakeholder engagements, that all citizens will do what is expected of them, notwithstanding the closure of the Vieux-Fort landfill.
The project has also been under much scrutiny from members of the public, claiming that the closure of the landfill was commissioned to make way for the DSH horse racing track. Dr. Rigobert denies any underlying motives, saying the landfill itself has outlived its purpose. She says the imminent closure of the site is part of the government's broader environmental management goals. Jacques Wooding, Hot 7 News.
Under the theme, The Best of Both Worlds for Our Youth, the St. Lucia National Sports Academy was unveiled. The academy, which will be housed at the former Grosley Secondary School, is set to open its doors in the coming school year. And Education Minister Dr. Gail Rigobert says all is going according to plan.
A new cadre of sportsmen and women will be nurtured and trained at St. Lucia's very own National Sports Academy in Grosley come the new school year in September. The student athletes will pursue a basic curriculum similar to that which obtains at secondary schools island-wide, but with a view toward ensuring that the pupils are eligible for scholarships in the USA, Canada, England, and Australia. There will also be specialized instruction geared towards careers in sports. In partnership with the St. Lucia National Cricket Association and the St. Lucia Football Association, Inc., the bulk of the first cohort of students at the Sports Academy will consist of the national under-15 boys teams in both sports. Education Minister Dr. Gail Rigobert is excited about the scheduled start.
I am confident that all is pretty much set for the reopening of school in September. I know that we have very excited students anticipating what the new National Sports Academy has on offer.
It was announced that as part of the curriculum, students will undertake compulsory subjects such as English, mathematics, and social sciences to ensure their holistic development. Students will select from electives such as sports technology, career readiness, and athletic health safety. Dr. Rigobert had this to say about the curriculum of the National Sports Academy.
Outside of the persons we consider to be our natural stakeholders, I will encourage my team to do a brief on the curriculum. I must say that it's exciting. I understand fully that, and that's the beauty of consultation, given the number of stakeholders that we had engaged with respect to putting together the curriculum and the entire program, in a sense that I'm confident that students and parents alike will readily embrace what we have on offer.
The first cohort of students is set to begin classes on the 5th of September 2019. According to the ministry, members of the boys' national teams will be domiciled at the academy. Members of the girls' national football team and track and field teams will be doing regular classes at the campus during the day and will be training after school, but will not be staying overnight.
Events Company of St. Lucia is the host of the latest series of workshops targeting the youth and the creative arts industry as part of its activities leading up to the Roots and Soul Festival. The organization held a performance poetry workshop last week at the Micoud Public Library with the London-based performer and poet Kamaya Lisette as its facilitator.
A group of students from the Micoud community were treated last week to not just an early performance but an entire day of learning about creative writing from St. Lucian-born London-based poet and educator Kamaya Lisette, who will be taking the stage on Friday for the opening night of the 2019 Roots and Soul Festival. According to representative of the events company of St. Lucia, Minerva Ross, the collaboration is about giving artists a platform to give back and ultimately develop the creative arts industry in St. Lucia.
Last year as well, for 2018, we had a series of workshops, and this year we're very excited about introducing new workshops to the summer festival. In fact, coming off of St. Lucia Jazz, we had a series of 4 high-class master classes, I would say, with the likes of Christian McBride, Etienne Charles, and others, and it was really an interesting exercise to see our young musicians get involved. So for Roots and Soul, we decided to do it again, and this time around our focus is performance poetry.
The workshop was centered around the theme of home and geared towards developing creative writing and performance skills of participants. Kamaya Lisette, who hails from the community of Miku, says it was a very fulfilling experience for her to be able to speak into the lives of children in the community where she grew up.
Creative writing is something that we need to pull out of them a bit more. So I give them these exercises for them to work through to hopefully generate writing from anything. Like some of these pieces that they've pulled together today, wrote a whole poem about a missing bed, or bed being gone, and it's something that is completely, you wouldn't know that that's what I asked him to write about from reading the poem. So it's about giving them things that they can relate to, things that they can take from their own experience, and then generate writing from that.
Some of the students present described the experience of the workshop as an opportunity to share some of the things they feel deep down inside.
Oh, but every time I get pen and paper, it's like it opened doors for me. Because I like writing songs, I like writing stories, but I never share them.
It was a very special one, especially for me, just hearing everybody's poems and how individual everybody is and their voice. Even if we had the same theme with the same picture, everybody took it a different way, and it just made me feel like home. Like everybody's different, yet still we all have a passion for the same thing.
The Roots and Soul Festival is the third component of the St. Lucia Summer Festival and will also be featuring another free performance poetry workshop at the Bay Gardens Hotel come Thursday for students over the age of 11. Registration begins on site from 9 a.m.
In preparation for the implementation of the Perinatal Information System, the Ministry of Health and Wellness is taking a proactive approach to train personnel in the health sector on the use of the system. More in this report from Fresnel Neptune.
The training workshop on the Perinatal Information System is expected to strengthen the capacity of healthcare workers in the gathering of data on pregnant women and newborns. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Millian Fredericks James says this system is extremely important as it will assist with enhancing the quality of maternal and child health services and outcome at the various health facilities.
With this system, aim to improve further the way we monitor pregnant women. With the system, it will be very easy for us to look through and see whether a woman has missed visits during pregnancy, or whether blood investigations have been requested and those haven't been done. We would be able to see very quickly whether she's high risk, because we know that there are certain conditions during pregnancy, like hypertension, persons can bleed, etc., which are high-risk conditions. So it's very easy to flag this and ensure that the women are receiving the appropriate care.
Assistant Principal Nursing Officer Tekla Jabati says she's very pleased with the system and believes it is an effective tool for monitoring mother and newborn health care.
This system is a tool that will provide uniformity across the board as it relates to data collection when mothers and newborns receive health care in the primary health care centers and also in the hospitals. The perinatal system will contribute to better monitoring and improve the quality and outcome of maternal and child care in St. Lucia.
The workshop on the Perinatal Information System was facilitated by the Pan American Health Organization PAHO and the Latin American Center for Perinatology and Human Development CLAP. Reporting from the Communications Unit of the Ministry of Health and Wellness, I am Fennel Neptune.
Thank you, Fennel. You're watching the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. Tennyson Glasgow is up next with all the sporting action.